What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be checking out the world's biggest configuration pack in BEAMNG Drive. Now, I'll say this, some mods may be bigger, but this is the biggest configuration pack, meaning that they took cars from the game and basically just souped them up. Now, it may look like I have absolutely zero mods installed, except for maybe a couple where I have, something that isn't coming with the game, like the Vishu 200 NX, really close to the Vishu 200 BX. And then the Bruckle Moonhawk, which basically is the exact same as the others, different body style. And then you have another Vishu Pessima. And that's really all the extra cars that this pack adds. But once you start entering, you'll notice some different stuff that doesn't normally come with the game. And that is what this mod adds. It adds cars to the cars, which sounds really weird, but it's true. So today we are going to be going through every single car, and this is actually going to be a two-part series. I promise you guys, because this would be an hour long, or this would be probably a almost 45-minute video if I were to go through every single variant in one video. Okay. So we're going to start off with the Vishu 200 and BX. Now, I'm going to skip some variants. I'm just letting you know. We're going to skip down a little bit. So you'll start seeing some different stuff. So you got the Black Series, you got the Stanced, which I'll check out, which is pretty stanced. You'll see this thing, which, wow, this is actually a good drift car. Yeah, I want to compare this thing to the Pessima. Like, how stanced is this compared to just the normal stance Pessima? Talking about the Pessima actually has a lot of new variants, but I'm looking for the stanced here, so we're going to just spawn up the stanced. And, yeah, so you'll see that the 200BX, I think, actually may or may not have just copied the suspension. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so it may have just copied the suspension, but that's going to be it for the I'm going to rush through the 200BX because, it doesn't add that cool stuff. So you have the Concept Vision, this, and then you have the Street Drift. I will check out the Concept one. You got the trunk for weight reduction. Oh, that was not very good. So you got the trunk removed for weight reduction in the back, so you can kind of, slide that rear around a little bit. It's just, I think they probably just maybe took like parts of drift cars. It doesn't seem like it has too much power in it, which is, kind of an upside here. It doesn't look the best, but it's a drift car. It's not supposed to look, spot on, but like, oh, that didn't go so well. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and slide. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's that. The street drift. We'll move on. I know I said I was gonna check out. No, I do want to check out this. So I'm going to skip through those two, and then we're going to move straight to the yellow. Now, this car actually has, like, no power, but it moves pretty fast. It also, I think, to make it look better, they could make it a little bit longer. No complaints about the car. The car is kind of a fun little car, to skirt around the streets of Italy. Saying that Italy has like the tiniest butt streets in the entire game. So, you see where I'm getting that from. But, so yeah, I think I've broken a wheel. What wheel is broken? They all look fine. Like, oh. I don't know if this is good. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. Moving to the next, which is the cop car, which is basically the same thing, just cop skin and stuff. This one is actually the same, just different rims. And then you move on to the custom, which sounds really good. Like, it sounds really good. So I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. So as you can tell, it sounds pretty nice, you know. I'm gonna keep the volume up a little bit so maybe in the background you can kind of just hear the thing, but yeah, it sounds really good. Now, moving on to the ETK. Basically, all of these are the exact same. You may see this. This is actually this car, except just different bodies. Main one I want to check out is this thing. Now, if you ever have played BEAMNG and you've seen that the ETKs, well, they are kind of the normal car, you know, they don't spit flames or anything. They're relatively fast if you get like the faster ones. And they're kind of just that car, you know, that every once in a while you'll pull out to have some fun. But the van, it never really got pulled out. It just wasn't, you know, no one made updates. Everyone was doing the two-door one, not the sedan. And the sedan was never really a popular car, just because that generally ETK wasn't a well-known car in the game, just because of the fact that it never spit flames. And that's one thing that you would expect for a car that'll go faster than the street cars and sounds really good. If you actually go fast, you would think that it would sound like it would spit flames and sound really good, but it doesn't really do that. And that's what this car brings. It brings flames, awesome sounds, and just take a listen, okay? I mean, the thing sounds amazing. I'll say that one for sure. Enough for that car. Let's move on to, I'm actually going to show off some of the other cars, you know, in the ETK 800. As this one, I think it's relatively close to some of the other ones. It's nothing, you know, like crazy different. Yeah, I think it actually takes an engine from the original car. I'll say this, the person that made the mod on the other one, they did amazing redesigning, like the front end, because the front end, it's not very different, but if you actually look at all of the all the kind of nooks and crannies of the front and the kind of the body style, you'll see that the person that made this mod definitely has changed some of the stuff up, made it unique to the car. So there's the original front. You can kind of see this like that. This one looks a little bit more, you know, kind of just like the average car, especially the TT Sport, the 856 TT Sport. And I think the person that made this mod has done an amazing job redesigning the front bumper and kind of bringing life to it. I'll say that one. This car's, I think it's actually the exact same thing, just a little bit less power. So let's move on to the Barstow. The Barstow, I think, hasn't had that many changes. Sadly enough, I don't think they focused much on this car. I'm going to skip some of these facelifts. We're going to go straight for this thing. And I'll say this thing is insane. Like, it doesn't even look like that crazy of a car, but it is awesome. And also, the front of the car has been entirely changed. All the kind of like lines and all the hood, front bumper and stuff has been entirely customized to fit this car kind of style. I actually really need a compare this to another one, because I mean it is quite the car when it comes. So you'll see this, it has all like kind of the, you know, kind of stuff. And this one over here, I mean, it looks like he just basically smushed the front of the car, but the car stayed as wide. And you can see, if you look from an above kind of view, that this one has a little point on it. The other one is totally smooth. And then the roof is a little bit thinner, not much. I don't even know if you can really notice it, but it is. I think that's all that has really changed. But, you know, I think they just did an awesome job designing the thing. So, well, that was really dang close. Okay, I really want to see what's happening. Where the other cars are. I don't know, I'm just going to ram into it and then we'll move on to the more, yeah, okay. So, now let's move on to some of the more upgraded versions of the Barstow, because they get pretty insane. So we're just going down the line, and you see the glider special, or the sky glider special. This car, I'll say this, for just a car that normally slides a bunch if it has too much power, I mean this thing, what, it just stalled. This car is amazing. I mean, it handles really well. You can maybe take it off, you know, some of those little jumps, nothing insane, but like, what? Wait, is that like just a way to beat up your car? Oh, okay, maybe not that way. Okay, I never knew I could do that. Oh. Yeah, but this thing also is awesome for burnouts because it produces a lot of smoke, which is something that I think this game could use a little bit more, is more smoke for the burnouts. I wish they just had like a smoke tire, you know? And yeah, once you start doing some donuts, it definitely takes up the smoke levels. But, you know, for burnouts, it's amazing. Okay, so Sky Glider is a pretty cool car. Not much to show off for it, you know, because it's just basically they just amped it up, you know. So you got that, and I think that's all that's really changed for the car. I think they may have added a couple of different. I love how it's just normal, and then you got. Let me make sure none of these other ones are. Yeah, this is BEAMNG official. Make sure this is source mod. Yeah, and if you go into my mod folder, this is actually the only. No, I was searching it up, so. It is the BEAMNG mod, and then, yeah, so all of these are deactivated, like every single one, except for the WBIMP config pack, mega pack. So that's it for that thing. I really thought they were gonna add more because I actually have never played with that. Now this one, I don't know if I really should even like go in depth here because they really have added nothing to the car. They've only added these little they've only added 5-door editions where they have the camper, so you know, Blue Buck basically exactly the same. They've added a couple of variants. So they've added a rally, which someone has done. It just that it's an outdated mod, so it's not like it's. I think it's like the X pack or something. But now this is like the full like. This car may be a little bit loud, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me right now. But so yeah, they've added a actual rally. I don't know if it's a rally or it's more of a kind of gravel edition kind of car, you know. I don't know, but to me, I see a car that looks off-roady and I call it a rally car unless it's like a big truck. Wow, this thing's really loud. Okay, yeah, we'll switch to that. You get the gist, full wide. And then you have the, which is actually funny enough, it's the Note, except just put different wheels in different rims. Maybe the tweaks are different, but it's kind of hilarious. Now moving on to the Corvette, which I think has had quite the insane rebuild. Like, I'm not going to go through any of these things because that's way too many variants, but we're going to move down to the fun stuff. I'm just moving all the way to the fun stuff. They have added micro cars, which are actually, so I'm going to spawn up just the normal Corvette, and then we're going to spawn up, hello, I'm trying to film a video here, and then I'm going to spawn up a stock micro. So here we go. I think it looks like quite a bit shorter, actually. Or is it just smaller? Now seeing them like next to each other, I think one just may be smaller. But this looks really tiny, dude. Oh, this is amazing. This is like the greatest thing of all time. Look how much tinier it is. Like not like in the long wise, but it is so tiny. Wow. Okay, I just needed to see that. I really wanted to know that. So let's actually go back to some more insane. Micro Street, I get that. Rally Stripped. Okay, here's the first actual crazy one. Let's go ahead and turn on NOS because it's a must. Oh my gosh! This thing is fast! Dude, this thing is so fast. What engine does this have? Yeah, I could have checked to get my answer there. This thing's quite the engine. Oh. And quite the... let's see what it's like to be on the inside. Dude, once those turbos spool, it just flies. Dude, oh my... Oh. Oh. It's a hard hit. Yeah, I'm gonna try and finish up the video. We're gonna end at the Corvette, maybe 3 parts, I don't know. I may not go over everything, but track, I mean, we literally have a track. Now we're gonna move on to the drag, which I think every car in the game has no excuse to not have a drag car here, people. So if you agree, let me know down in the comments. I'll just post a random comment saying all cars should have, or all cars need a drag car. And I want to see how many likes that comment will get. Okay, oh my. Now I thought the other one was fast. This thing's a different level of fast. Oh, okay. You know what? To finish off the video, we're going full send. Why is Car Jump Arena like gone? We're taking it full send, boys. We are going to fly the flopping farthest. Now, if this loads, make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below, and I will see all of you in the next one if this crashes my game, because chances are she's crashing the game. Yeah, well, I'm actually going to end it here, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure to like my comment, because we need to know that people are on the good side of BEAMNG, okay? Well, guys, with that, I will see all of you in the next video. We're on the everyday grind, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.